The Star.
Yeah, y'all already know. Seven the Panther. That dude Biz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound chamber. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tip off live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin, flying around the field, starting five forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot to death, oh yes, these are the sports podcasts live as a pros course. Biz market wave, the starting five goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the force ever. No longer got any use for the four letters. The latest news, score stats in the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah. No need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season if people start five. We going in on three, run the baseline, start five. We got what you need. If the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on three, run the baseline, start five. We got what you need. And y'all know me, seven sign, I'm the illest cat stick. I got what you need.
Each and every week, we tell y'all jive turkeys that we got what y'all need. And I don't know if we got what y'all need today, but we got a conversation that we got to complete from last week with the question of the week that happens to be the main topic. What up, everybody? It's your boy, the mayor, that DJ named Ace5, your mom's favorite fat guy, all the way from a nice and sunny, deepest, darkest Africa. And we back, as always. Hit that thing in the corner by TJ's head. Pause. The Hooks Rubs and Spices, hooksrub.com. Use the code starting5 at hooksrub.com for 20% off your order. Hurry the hell up. I mean, if you're a person who barbecues all year round, I mean, y'all are great for that. But the summer is almost freaking over, TJ. This shit is insane. This shit is going batshit crazy. The summer.
Why are you bringing?
And it just started.
Why are you bringing this depressing news towards me, man? Because I'm not looking for, it to be dark by 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm really not ready for that shit right now. That's just very depressing. It felt like my birthday was 2 weeks ago, and that was the beginning of May. It rained for like 3 weeks, and now we in August. I don't understand what happened. June was gone. We had one nice day for the 4th of July, and here we are. I hope we get an Indian summer. Maybe this is extended to like the end of September or something like that. But this is ridiculous. And I'm realizing I need to move to some place where I can get a balmy 78 degrees every day. I don't think I'll be able to find it in these United States. Maybe Hawaii. Maybe one of the adjoining countries of the properties of the United States, like the U.S. Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico or something like that. Maybe Guam. We own Guam. Maybe I'll be out there. I don't know. But I'm really, as I get older, I'm disliking winter. But besides that, life is good. Looking forward to my vacation in a couple of weeks. That's it. I mean, I'm focused on, my mind is going towards vacation right now, but it's all good. What's up, Mr. Green?
What's going on, y'all? Pleasure to be back on. Can't believe summer just went by like that, man. You know, it's crazy how it seems like fall's right around the corner. Feel it at night. It's cooling down at night a lot. Um, and all of a sudden it just feels like the summer just went by in the blink of an eye. So, but I'm all good, man. But TJ, you may be able to find your balmy 78 in the Confederate state of South Florida.
It's funny how his connection worked and how he just said, did he just say the Confederate South Florida?
Yeah, and they got cut off immediately.
It's funny enough, as you mentioned, that's where we.
They listening. They listening.
He fucking bounced right when he was supposed to pass it off to you, Tyrone. What up, good brother?
Hey, what's up? I'm happy that the summer's over because I work outside. and I gotta wear safety equipment and all that shit, and I can't deal with the heat, man. I don't like it. So I'm glad that the summer is getting out of here fast, and I hope it don't come back.
Bro, you like
You-
working in the wintertime? I used to work outside for construction. Wintertime is no picnic either.
I'm saying though, I can put. Hey, listen, man, you can put clothes on and get comfortable. You can go outside and work butt naked with nothing on but your skin.
You right, but I'd rather, bro, that winter, man, you layered up
Yeah.
and you could barely move around and all that shit. Nah, man.
Yo,
Nah, man, I got
and-
short arms, dog. I got short arms. That layering shit don't work for me. You know?
I hear you, I hear you.
And it's funny. I mean, it's funny to hear you say that because even my job when I was a regular worker in the street, that was the logic that many people use there too. Like, oh, you could take clothes off, but you can't put. Like it's kind of in reverse to put them back on. But it's like in the winter you get warm. Okay, I can take a layer off. I can take a layer off. But how many fucking layers you gonna start with? Like me, when I was in my hoodies and stuff at work, I would have on my hoodie, a thermal underneath, and at least a t-shirt as my undershirt. And then that was it.
The key with working outside in the wintertime is to always be moving, to work up some good body heat and keep it like a balanced temperature. Because if you work too hard and start sweating, that shit is gonna kill you, bro.
Oh,
You,
absolutely.
you warm and cold at the same time. It's just a recipe for disaster, and you only find that out the hard way. But you got to find like a balance where you're moving just enough where you're not breaking a sweat, but just enough to keep warm where maybe your fingers get cold, but everything else is warm. But man, that's far and few between if you working outside. Even when I was with FedEx and working in the wintertime, that shit was no picnic. Hopping in and out of a warm truck all the time. And when I was doing construction on the Tappan Zee Bridge, it was fucking freezing out there, and there's no shelter. You just
On
out
the
here
bridge?
in the yeah,
Oh yeah.
work,
That's
bro. That
like
shit was just
like being
blasting,
butt naked with clothes on.
bro. And those traffic cones do not offer you any type of safety if something goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? Them shits are just there as a prop to say, hey, we're over here working. Them cones, I never had no trust in safety cones until I was on the other side of them shits. And I had to be working out there exposed to traffic going at a high speed by you. That shit is scary, dogs. I don't know how dudes do it, but
But
that
Tyrone, the
shit
type
is.
of construction you do, like what do you deal with like bridges and roadways, or you deal like new construction type stuff like buildings and stuff like that?
I do like foundation. So when I get there, it's dirt. When I leave, it's kind of like still dirt. I mean, yeah, we put on. I do all the heavy stuff, like all of the big heavy beams and stuff that go in the ground to hold the buildings up. That's basically what I do. That's my part.
That's heavy concrete and rebar and shit like that. You
Yup,
doing
all
heavy
that.
work, bro.
Yeah, it's heavy.
That's not
work.
light either. Yeah, that's no picnic.
Word. And
Yeah,
I
I
see
ain't,
you.
bringing- I ain't like tacking up the windows and no shit like that.
Nah. Are you building the frame outs to pour the concrete into?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah, I
doing
do
a
that too. Yup.
wow.
For the concrete,
Salute to you, sir.
all of that.
You
shit.
building all them wooden plank frame outs for like beams and the support walls and shit.
Yup.
Salute to you, sir. That shit is hard work.
Now, yo, on your show, which everybody y'all should be following the Lisper podcast also. If you're listening to Star 5, you're listening to the Lisper also, and anybody else connected with us. But on your show over the years, say you've described your job in multiple ways, but you always say you're a pile driver. Not Greg the Hammer Valentine, not in the bedroom, but in a construction field. Like, what exactly is a pile driver? Like, you're just pushing a bulldozer? Like,
No, I know what he's talking about. Go ahead. Tell him,
So-
Tyrone.
So the things that you put in the ground for foundation, they call them piles. That's what they're called. They could be concrete piles, they could be pipe piles, they could be these heavy ass H beams. And to put them in the ground, you actually drive them in with a diesel hammer.
right. Okay.
Stand them
and
up.
so
They put a diesel hammer on them, and they
it goes like that, like this, like the machine.
Yeah.
Oh, pause. The machine that like is jerking off the Big Show.
yeah. That's all. If you watch the Wrestling Power Driver video, they show one of them in that video. The Power Driver
Yeah, I
video.
think. Yeah. Okay. So
And
you
so,
operate that machine.
so that's why we're called pile drivers. No, we don't operate that machine. We do all of the shit to get that pile in a position to put it in the ground, and then all of the shit that you got to do to it to make sure it's firmly in the ground. And
That shit
welding
is crazy, man.
burning it up, fixing it, putting the like he said, building the frames around it, putting the rebar in, concrete, all that.
Bro, your job is serious because you fuck up. That fucks up the whole thing later on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you guys are responsible for the first layer of everything. There's a big responsibility with that.
Anything we do, that's the structure. So that's holding up the whole entire operation, hotel,
Yeah.
bridge, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
That's serious work.
I mean, they make sure we don't fuck up. Like if we fuck something up, it's not no, oh, y'all fucked it up. Let's figure it out. It's like pull that shit out, start that shit over. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's not like we can. If we fuck up, it's never left there. You know what I'm saying?
no, right? Because that's, I mean,
Start
like
over.
you said, it's the foundation. Like you're talking about the base level of like any building, whatever piece of construction y'all are dealing with, like the base, the bottom level, like the start of it all. It's essentially like you're the most important. You're the center on the construction football field. You start the play. You are the most important. You start the play.
Bro, everybody's trusting his shit is solid, right? Literally.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Tyrone's here. Tyrone's here. All right, it's solid. We're good, right? We're good. I'm not even going to think about what's going to happen. We're going to walk across here, have a good time. Nobody's going to fall through the floor. We're good. That's it.
You know what's the fucked up part, right? So my daughters, I do construction, and every time we like drive around and stuff, I'll be like, "Oh, I worked on that building, I worked on that bridge," and they're like, "What part you do, Daddy?" I said, "The main part." I don't, shit I do, you can't see, so I can't show them nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If
Like
you
we
walk into
can't-
his office building and you see that big ass column in the lobby, that's me. That's what I did.
Like you guys start lying to them, like, yo, the top, that like the tippy top of the building, like I put that last little oomph on it. How you get up there? Don't worry about it, baby. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I can only recall that one time my father tried to get me a job with this plumbing company because I wasn't doing nothing. I worked the jackhammer one day. The guy never called me back the next. Not like I did anything wrong. It's not like I did anything wrong either. Like it was the first time I ever got to work a jackhammer. You know what I'm saying? I had to do a couple other things here and there, but it was like they gave me a shot, but they never really wanted to hire me type shit. They never really needed the help. And I never got a call back.
Bro, working at jackhammers is not fun.
It wasn't hard though.
No. But my last week in construction is when I got burnt on my back with an acetylene torch. So that was it for me.
Holy shit.
1300 degrees right to the back, bro. And that was in the wintertime, Tyrone, when I was blazing up. And that was the only thing that saved my life. That was the only thing that saved my life because it burned through my jacket, my hoodie, my thermal, and my t-shirt in less than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Damn.
I had a nice baseball second-degree burn on my back. I never saw my own white meat before. I always saw it on TV and movies and shit, but it's different when it's your own body and shit. You know what I'm saying? You see your shit burned to the white meat, you're like, God damn, this is real. This is life. This is real life.
But you know what else?
Not the way you wanted to become the Human Torch.
No.
Flame on.
Y'all know what else is crazy about doing this shit, right? It's like when you do this shit and you see they got charts. They actually have charts that tell you how much money you are able to get if something happened to you. And it's like if they tell you like if we chop your fucking finger off, we only giving you $5,000. And you think like I'm only gonna get $5,000. I'm gonna be like missing one of these joints. You know what I mean? So it's like, so you kind of out there and you kind of like, man, because you can get hurt. But it's like, you be thinking like, if I get hurt, I'll just sue. But when you read that chart, you're like, no, motherfucker, I'm not trying to get hurt.
You know why? You know why? Insurance only worth $5,000. $3,500 or something like that. It depends on what body part gets locked off on the job, and that's what you're going to get. That's as much as it's worth to the insurance company, not to you personally, but to the insurance company. That's what they came up with for that number.
But you want me to trade? You want me to trade a thumb for a Squire car? I ain't doing it, man. Like, that's all I'm gonna get with the money.
But coming in hot, making all that noise in the background. Big O, what up? And I'm gonna because we always straighten out everybody's audio pre-show. So say your intros. I'm gonna send you what to do to clear up the audio a little bit today. All right. What up, Big O?
What's good? What's good, fellas? What's going on? Everything good?
Chilling, man. Sounds like you're battling Godzilla in the background, but besides that, we good.
Nah, that was
while
my
kicking
fault,
off
man.
the
That was
show
the
with
AC
what's
blowing,
happening.
man. That was the AC blowing. My bad.
Yeah, your AC was playing what's happening theme music too.
Oh,
It's good now, though. Is it good now? I don't know.
Yo, for real, straight
Yeah.
up, that's my ringtone for Makwa, bro.
Oh, so that was you.
Is what's happening. Yeah, that's my Makwa ringtone, bro. That shit's been like that for like 10 years, man.
Yo, you know the crazy shit. You know the crazy shit. Like growing up, yeah, it was like, yo, you look like Roger Thomas, right? And I'm like, God damn, like, yo, out of all people I could look like, yes, I look like Roger Thomas.
Yo, family,
Like, that was
just
so
be,
disrespectful to me.
be happy it wasn't Bookman. Yo,
Not the Buffalo, but
Yeah.
I'm Buffalo.
bro, you ain't no worse than walking into school and motherfuckers scream, Bookman.
Yo, it's just
High
eyes
ass
front, man.
hip.
You don't want to look left, look right.
And you can't answer to that shit too. You got to keep it started.
Hell no.
Let me
You
tell
answer
you,
to
I
it.
know they ain't
No,
talking to me.
for everything.
Bro.
Don't look back, dog. Do not look back.
Shit.
Man, we wasn't on that, but I'm just gonna say, not to fully inject myself, but as a kid who grew up, aka the fat kid or the kid with the fat ass, I've been there. I'm sorry. It's I relate to it. I relate to it. But yo, we
Hey,
got.
man,
My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was saying as I got older, man, you know what I'm saying? They started to say I look like Dr. Dre, so I took that.
Man, that's an upgrade, bro. For real.
Hell yeah.
But which Dr.
I can live with
Dre?
that.
But which
No,
Dr. Dre?
NWA, Dr.
Oh.
Dre, not NWA.
I say, who's
Oh.
the man with the master plan?
Hey, where's Ed Lover? Oh, where is Ed
Yo.
Lover?
That was Jamal doing
I
the Ed
should
Lover
have led with
dance.
that. I should have said that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That was Jamal
Why
doing
did
the Ed
Dr.
Lover
Dre?
dance.
Give me the 1-900
You ain't
number
Jimmy
right now.
They hit it, Dre.
Who was the Lisa G of the crew, right? bring it way back to 90s hot 97.
Yo, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yo, did that movie win? Did that movie win? Like best bad black movie when we did
Who's
our
the
thing.
Man?
Yo, was
I
it
don't
even
know.
nominated?
It was up
Yeah,
there.
I don't think Who's the Man was in it.
Oh,
it wasn't even on there.
What?
It wasn't on
Nah,
there.
it wasn't as bad as what we had up there. For
And I
sure.
like
It
Who's
wasn't
the
that
Man.
I'm gonna have to watch that again to make sure. I'm not so sure right now, bro.
Bro,
Yo,
yeah,
I
yo,
love
that's a
Who's the
tough watch, man.
I love Who's the Man, though. I mean, it was bad when retrospectively it was terrible. In the moment, it was whatever. We watched it for the cameos, who was in it, Dennis Leary playing the asshole cop, which was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was meant to be not the best thing ever, but
right.
I
That
don't
was
know.
the intention.
Yeah, they did it. They didn't do it with no artistic quality to it. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Nobody was winning an
Okay,
Oscar off of Who's the Man.
okay. Since we random as fuck today, and he said, Kurt said us to the homie Omega's son. He said it was World Class Wrecking Crew Dre. So you had the holy sweater like this.
Bro, where's the Jerry curl though? You had the curl back in the day?
Niggas like
I did not,
he
man.
said
My
he's
mom's
wearing
would
lip
not
gloss
allow
and
that.
lace.
Mom Deuce would not allow that, man.
You weren't dripping on her couch. That's what she
He
said.
he said he was wearing lip gloss and lace. Like he said, son.
Yo, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if that's worse than Who's the Man, Dr. Dre, man. Damn. That's bad and
He said, I think I want to be the East Coast Dr. Dre now.
Word. Go back.
He said, I want to be
A
from
fat
Long Island.
DJ.
That's
That was it,
a
man.
little
He was
closer
just a
to
fat
home.
DJ.
Yo, since we on it, like, I mean, give me like 3 of your favorite like rapper based hip hop movies, not named the obvious classics of Wild Style and Beat Street.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
I'm talking movies like this. So like think State Property, think freaking
I got the hookup.
Disorderlies. I don't know about I got the hookup, but yeah, I guess whatever.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
gonna tell you, man. I remember when this movie came out, a lot of people had problems with it or whatever. But I'm like, you know, if you think about this movie that I'm talking about, Belly, Hype Williams just did the movie like it was a long music video.
That's
And
what
that's
it was.
yeah.
Right.
it
And
was a
that's one of
long-ass
those
movie,
movies.
yeah.
That's one of the movies I could watch now and still enjoy it. There were a lot of parts of the movie where you're like, wait a minute. Like when Nas lies handing the kid the chain or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Then he's wearing the same chain when he's trying to
he's wearing
leave
the same right.
New
Then
York.
he's wearing the same chain. You
Yep.
know, I'm like, but yo, it was an enjoyable movie. You know what I'm saying? I
Not
enjoyed it.
just y'all could shoot me later, and then you could give your next 2. Belly is still a movie I haven't watched in full. I've
Wow.
only seen pieces. I only seen clips. I get the cultural references, but
Wow.
I'm logging out.
You want to rump with me?
Somebody say nothing, I gotta log out.
Wow.
I told y'all I'm
Come
not
on, one of the
really-
greatest movie intros of all time.
Word.
I might have
That
seen
was-
that, but like I said, I never sat there and watched it from front to back. But while I don't blaspheme anymore, like I can't put Who's the Man on the list, but Disorderlies still to this day love that freaking movie. I don't care what nobody says.
Wow, that was bad.
Disorderlies, hey, what was another?
I probably watched that movie one time.
Crush
Disorderlies?
Groove. I love Crush Groove.
Yeah,
Crush
Crush
Groove
Groove
was
was
amazing.
dope to me.
Crush Groove.
Crush Groove was dope.
Great movie.
Breaking two.
Did y'all see-
Electric Boogaloo.
There you go. You see Tougher Than Leather?
No, you know what? I
Never
watched
seen
like
that
half
movie,
of that.
Y'all never
I
seen
watched
Tougher
half
Than
of
Leather?
that.
Oh man.
I think
I
I
watched
might
half of
have.
that.
That was when with the white dude record exec was pretty much he took Run, like he was trying to separate them from Russell, right? And they were
Yeah,
trying to
man.
get on. Yeah, I saw that. That was
That was the follow up.
no.
You know what movie
That
was
was
horrible? But I watched Black and White.
What?
Yo, Michael
Yo,
Rappaport?
y'all
Alan
drinking those
Houston?
names?
Yeah.
Yo, this stuff on Tubi?
Yo, that actually,
That was 2B before 2B, bro.
yo,
that shit was horrible, bro.
that actually reminds me of, because you said Black and White. I mean, one of my favorites is Brown Sugar, of course. You know,
Yes.
as,
The
as I use-
Dalmatians, the rapping Dalmatians.
when we did the groups thing and I made that meme for the show the other, I put the rapping Dalmatians as the group on there. But White Boys, have y'all ever
Oh.
seen the movie White Boys with Danny?
Only a piece of it, bro. With Danny, what's his name?
Danny
uh,
Hooch.
Yeah, I only seen a
Dude.
piece of it. I never
Yo,
made it
I
through the
don't
whole
know.
thing, man.
Son, I don't know why I was so obsessed with this movie. I had that shit on VHS, DVD. I got the album on soundtrack. Because son, it was so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny. Plus, it was one of the first times you seen Bones Malone, who we got to hang out with a couple of years ago at Brooklyn Hip Hop Fest, and he kicked it
Shout
with
out
us
to
the
Bones.
whole day. Cause shouts out to homie T Smith and all that. But he was in that movie, and it was about 3 white boys in Iowa, and Danny Hooch was like the main cat, and he thought he was black, like he was the Rachel Dolezal before Rachel Dolezal.
I forgot she existed,
He
bro.
said,
Funny in the CB4.
"Oh nah,
CB4 was dope.
CB4 is my
CB4 was a
A1.
classic.
Big ass
But
That's a
bitches.
CB4 was
classic
dope.
movie.
But
Your
yo,
man pulled
we'll
up with one side of the Cadillac clean.
We'll come back. We'll come back to that movie because that's one of my other all-time favorites. But the John White Boys, though, it's like a climb upwards. Like picture like a rap story again in Iowa with what I now think of is a mixture of A Clockwork Orange. Because
Wow.
I will say I will only explain how in this one way as I'm thinking about it now. Because it's like these 3 white boys where they try to be grouped, they're trying to get put on, they're trying to be, trying to be a whatever, and then they get confronted with some bullshit or we get confronted with some shit. And then later in the movie, one person is still trying to be that guy, still trying to be the rapper, trying to get in the rap game, yada yada, while the other 2 moved on, changed their lives, no longer even identify the way they identify. One of them happens to become a cop. That's what made me think. A Clockwork Orange, because if you remember Alex, the Largest Crew, everybody broke off away from him after he went to the psych ward and then started doing other shit, and then came.
You know
back
what?
up with
That's my homework to myself. I need to see this movie, man. A Clockwork Orange. This is the second reference
Oh
I've heard
no,
to this movie.
you never
Come
seen
on,
it?
bro. That's a
Oh,
great movie, bro.
man.
Stanley
I gotta watch
Kubrick,
it.
man.
That's a Kubrick
Son.
classic, bro. Oh,
Son.
Yeah,
Gotta
bro.
watch it, man.
Woo.
Freaking.
You're gonna hate Milk after that. Let me just
And
tell you.
you're gonna to truly get it
You're gonna hate Milk for after that, bro.
to truly get the depths of that movie, you're gonna have to watch it more than once.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
It's layered.
Sounds-
It's layered.
Thank you, bro.
Sounds enjoyable already, man.
Every Kid and Play movie up to House Party 2, but Class
Yes.
Act,
Class Act.
definite. Class Act for sure. I
Yes.
had a dude on my block who he was able, like him and his brothers watched that VHS so much. One day he was on my porch starting and got almost halfway through the first act of the movie, reciting the whole movie word for word.
That's
Damn.
being Friday.
Absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yo, CB4, Tyrone, you mentioned that straight out of Low Cash, a crazy motherfucker named Deb. Mike, get ready because
Yeah.
you're going on a long hike off a cliff, driving you over. Like, yo, come on. Yo, CB4 was
Classic.
beyond the shit, yo. I mean, when Chris Rock getting fucked by the woman in the room, and then they turn him into the fake doll, like you see him, like the stunt double doll being flung around. But then, of course, then Fear of a Black Hat came afterwards. And a lot of people,
Black,
I mean,
y'all.
it's the same movie.
That's what I remember.
Oh yeah, freaking. Who doesn't remember every fucking February? I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blacker than black,
Yep.
blacker than black, blacker than black. Yo.
How High was a good hip hop movie though.
Oh yeah.
Reggie and Meth did their thing on that.
I'm gonna tell you though. Truth be told, the soundtrack was just as good as the movie, if not better.
The soundtrack that was good as the movie was Juice.
The soundtrack
Yes.
might have been better than the movie, but it's still dope.
Not Juice.
Man, that's borderline blasphemy.
Yep.
No, I like Juice. Juice was good.
I like
Juice
Juice, but I
was
like the
nice.
soundtrack better. I like the soundtrack better.
Soundtrack that's better than the movie. And I
I'm gonna
love
tell you.
this
Deep
High
cover.
You know what?
Deep cover.
High School High.
You're right because
High School High.
without the movie, without the soundtrack, I would have not given Cypress Hills a chance.
Yeah,
Really?
you said that. You said that. He said that like a week or two ago.
Yes.
Wow.
that soundtrack was ridiculous.
It
And
was.
so
If
I
I could
mean,
just kill a man, yo, yeah.
that, the Ledge, Uptown Anthem, just the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
But yo, High
Yeah, that
School
soundtrack was-
High. High
That was the
School
first
High
CD I ever
the
bought.
was the better soundtrack over the movie.
Correct.
High School
Bro,
High.
Correct.
And
I never
and
even seen High School High for real.
With
It was-
You're not missing the
Agent
thing. You're
Carrera?
not missing nothing.
it was John
Agent
Lovitz.
Carrera. Nah, the
John
Asian
Lovitz,
chick
yeah.
was banging
It
in
was
that.
funny though, but it was meant to be a stupid movie though. So
Yes.
if you do watch it, go into it with that understanding. It was meant to be stupid. Don't
Gotcha.
take it like it's some serious flick.
Wait, that's the joint when he was trying to hit the broad, and then she said, "You're not in yet," and then the cat was like,
Well, the soundtrack had Wu Where. It's what you want, baby. It's
Yeah.
what you need,
Ooh.
baby.
Yo,
And
the
then the Wu Where store opened up out here near me.
Hmm.
Bananas.
Yo,
That's crazy.
so I'm looking at the soundtrack now, right? Faith Evans, Erica Badu, Artifacts, Changing Faces, Scarface, The Roots, Jodeci, The Braxtons, Tribe Called Quest, KRS One, Inspector Deck, You Garden Street, Lil Kim,
And this is High School
Damn.
High,
Muffin
right?
Man.
This is High School High.
This is High School High.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yo,
soundtrack
and,
is heavy.
and most
That
of those
soundtrack is
artists,
heavy.
son, and most of those artists weren't even like at their heights of heights yet
Yeah.
No,
at that time.
no, they weren't. You're right.
That's like the New Jersey Drive album soundtrack parts 1 and 2.
Yes. New Jersey Drive
Yo,
soundtrack
New
was
Jersey
way
Yep,
better
see?
than
Yep,
the
there you
movie.
go.
Seen that movie
Omega, there you go
1,000
Omega's son
times,
right
man.
there. What's up?
Was that?
Yeah. No, that was a good random. We might have to do like a mini ranked soundtrack. Because I've always said for the longest, High School High had the best movie soundtrack ever in my opinion. That was my opinion.
Oh.
That was my opinion. But then you got to throw in there like an American Gangster, which was a default Jay-Z album. You know what I'm saying? All these other ones, Juice, this, that, the third.
Dead
But,
Presidents.
Deep Cover soundtrack was very good.
Yes.
But
Oh, yeah.
what do we really go back to though?
See, I'll be honest with you though. The bigger question is, why they stop coming out with these black movies? That's the bigger question.
Studios.
It's not. They didn't stop.
They're still coming out with them. It's just,
It's
they're
just
just trying to
a different
upgrade the quality.
platform.
Yeah.
We was shoebox back then. That's the only thing they would give us. And now
Can we get a
Ruggs is
Tyler
trying to-
Perry
trying
of
to
hip hop
branch out.
movie?
Yeah, and do more, artistic stuff. So,
You know what we could do though? You know,
but there's
how
Tubi. Them joints
how-
is just on Tubi.
I was about to
Man,
say.
can't
we have to give people like Jamal and others a shot. We have to start supporting people like that
Big
who
facts.
are
Big
trying to
facts.
do stuff like that. I mean, we could get what we want to see, but like always, you got to be a part of the change you want to see.
Right.
Facts.
Absolutely.
And there's a market for everything. There's a market for everybody in every type in every genre.
But
So-
was we
Yes.
part of the change? Was we part of the change in a bad way too? Because I feel like there was a time frame a few years ago where there were a bunch of black folks saying, "Oh, you keep typecasting us, you keep making us all about hip hop, you keep doing this to us, you keep doing it." And then now that we're not getting these movies, we're like, "Oh, what happened to our movies?" But it's like we said we kind of said we ain't want this shit.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
when
mean?
That's
but
true.
also perspective is this though. When those quote unquote good, solid, whatever stories started to come out, it still takes people wanting to be interested in seeing the movies. So that's the double-edged sword. And when it comes to arguments like this, it's you know what, people are delivering them. We need to support them, but you still gotta have people interested. It's not just because you did it. It's blind faith. Like we always say, like, yo, yeah, we're gonna support our black people, but we're also going to start off and support quality first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're still gonna support
Yeah.
quality first. You know, like I'm not a Tyler Perry fan. Do I salute what that man does? Absolutely. That man has built
Yeah.
an empire. But his movies and stuff like that ain't for me. It's all surrounding the church and shit like that, and that ain't for me.
No,
So
he's got his target
This
market.
dude said,
His
this
target
dude said
market
it's
is
the
freedom.
proverbial chitlin circuit movies. Oh, come on, man. Yo, you got some good movies in there, man.
yeah, but I mean, some of them joints was probably
I
good
know
to
what he's
us.
talking about. I know what he's saying though, man.
But when you think about the No Limit movies, the Master P movies, and shit like that, I mean, I'm the same person. I meant like the Cash Money movies. And when people started to dip their toes in the water to try to do the joints themselves, it was like, okay, we see what you're doing, but damn, like Jamal said, yo, these were Tubies before Tubi.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know, yo, but I'm hey, whatever. I'm all with it. Like I said, one of these.
Shit. I don't know, man. I mean, I can still enjoy a good Belly movie, a Friday movie, or New Jersey Drive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and for one of those movies, you're gonna get 3 I Got the Hookup movies.
So you
Or
got to
right.
separate them. You got to
right,
separate them. Like you can
And
take one decent movie out of all the bad ones, basically.
and that's
correct.
cool, you know, as long as, because like I said, there's a market for everything, and that's cool to have those type of movies as long as we're branching out and doing, for every
That
one
We're
of
not,
part.
those,
we're not always
you're
doing
not
the
pigeonholed. Yeah,
bad,
that's it.
the
Yeah,
black guy doing
yeah.
something crazy
So
or smoking weed, yeah,
as long as
or
we,
doing some mischievous
we're hitting
shit.
everything, it's all good. It's all
Right.
good. And a lot of movies are just cash grabs, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
State
Facts.
So
property.
it's just cash
It's
grabs.
cash grabs, tax evasions.
That's it.
State Property 2. State Property 2 was a cash grab. State Property 2 was a cash grab. Belly 2 was a cash grab.
I didn't even know it was a belly too. Damn.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry I even
Bigger
brought
belly.
it up, man.
So you
I'm
watched it?
sorry. No, I didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
Once I saw the game was in it, I was like, yeah, nah.
Belly
Yeah.
2. Belly 2. A bigger belly.
A
Speaking
bigger
of
belly.
speaking of super sequels, did y'all see Carlito's Way too?
Nah,
Nah.
I
come on,
heard
man.
about it and I did not watch it. I
I
couldn't do it.
saw a poster for
Once I
it, but
saw it went straight to video, I was like, yeah, nope. This is a bad sign. I'm not doing it.
Joey
Man,
JG shaking his head.
the drop off, from the Brian De Palma version, that shit was so bad it was brilliant, and I've watched it a million times. That's
Bro,
that's how bad it was. Yeah,
you went from Al Pacino and John Leguizamo to who?
I forgot old boy's name. He's in
Puff,
Magnum
I know
PI
Puff
now.
was in it.
Puff was in it, and Mario Van Peebles is all you had to say. Mario Van Peebles is in it. You know how
Said Killer
Mario's get
Season.
down.
And at one time, that name was synonymous with good movies.
It was.
Yeah,
And then
it was.
there was just a turnaround that is like, Larry Van Peebles in it. Yeah, this might be a skipper.
Bro. It went from pot. He had like a trifecta of downers, like Posse. Then it went to Gunman. Y'all ever seen Gunman?
No.
Of course I didn't.
Yeah.
Of course
Then
I didn't.
Gunman. And then it was like Highlander 3. I don't know why his black ass was in Highlander. It made no sense.
But no. Right before Posse, he did New Jack City,
Right. That was true.
right?
But I don't know what happened. The cliff. I don't know what happened, man. Something happened after that.
Your man couldn't feel his feet at the bottom of the pool floor no more. That's what happened.
And then they
Man
tried
out
to
there
give
in
him
deep water.
that TV show. What was that TV show where he played the detective? Oh, Sunny Spoon. They had like 4 episodes before they canceled that shit.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, man.
Bro, you watch some of the most abstract shit ever.
Bro, I just I was just
I
giving
thought I
everything a
watched a
shot.
lot of TV, but you got me beat, bro.
Yes.
And y'all thought I was.
No, because I'm on a podcast now. So
Uh-oh.
Big
I think
O, Big O get in trouble.
the feds raided Big O. Yo, the feds raided the trap house finally, man.
You gotta use that mute, brother.
Don't say nothing. Just call me. Don't say nothing.
I put him on mute. I saved his life. Nigga said the feds came and raided your house.
Yo, we can end it right here, bro. We can end it right here. Just good night.
Oh, my stomach.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you back, bro. I'm glad to see you here.
Where's the warrant?
The warrant was for the wrong house. The warrant's for next door.
Oh shit.
I got a mix of sweat and tears. I got a mix of sweat and tears on my face.
It's too early for this shit, man.
He's still even catch on yet. He's still even catch on yet. He's trying to fix it because they kicked his camera over.
Shut it off! Shut it off now!
Yeah. I'm just glad the canine didn't bite him.
Oh shit!
It's not him. It's not him. My bad.
Yo, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. Cause yo, I promise you, Big O, when you come, your Curtis said they jumped in his second.
Oh shit! Oh. You can't script moments like this. You cannot script that, bro.
No. Yo, fuck you, Jamal. Yo, I'm fucking crying for real.
Oh, your man had to hit the reset button, yo. Jamal from another location when you see him, bro. It's for
Oh man.
It's gonna be dark again.
Oh,
witness
right, man.
protection is up, nigga. The witness protection clause is over.
Oh shit.
We're gonna get a press conference with Ben Crump.
Oh
Today-
shit! I can't wait to listen to this on a playback. I'm gonna laugh just as hard.
Yo,
This was ridiculous.
for anybody that's listening on the audio, please watch the
Oh.
YouTube at
Oh.
the 40-minute mark, man. Because
Oh my god!
Big O,
I'm crying.
There he is, Big O. Just a quick message to you. I promise none of us on this panel just swatted you before that. We didn't swat you. I promise.
That's all right, man. I tell you, we gonna call Ben Crump. Oh, gonna be okay. we gonna have that press conference.
Oh shit!
Like today at 1:59, the police in Queens violated the rights of a man who was just chilling in his bedroom.
Right? The rights of a man whose name and likeness was not supposed to be identified by the law. The man was on
He was like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "Is that turtles in the background?"
They're like, "Oh shit, wrong house." Sorry, sir.
Oh,
Are you okay?
Oh man!
We'll get you a new
Oh.
ring. You good?
I found my TikTok clip this week, yo. Speaking of the TikTok clip, last week a lot of people fucking loved it, what y'all said, because I clipped up Tyrone, what you said, Tyrone, about your story, and Jamal, what you said about the story last week.
Oh, the fish tank.
Which Oh yeah. Let me go back to that for anybody who may have
Yeah, that
missed
fish
it.
tank story was classic, Jamal. That's
Yeah.
a time in your childhood you'll never forget, bro. You just had to be
Man,
there. You
man, I
just had
never
to
seen
be
my pops that mad, bro. Yeah.
Let me pull that joint up from last week.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
Woo.
Curtis said hold on before I share it. He said we're gonna talk about the Ben Crump. He said somehow you gotta get an eye patch to sell it.
You gonna get Skinny Al Sharpton up there with the big head and shit.
But it's
Saturday morning to me one day to my question, and always used to say, "This is done by highly trained professional athletes. Do not try this at home." But we didn't care. So me and my dad, my sisters always wrestled in his bedroom, like all the time. My mom used to go to work. It was all out wrestling warfare in my mom's bedroom. And my baby sister was like 2 or 3 years old, and we all wrestling my dad, and he picked up my baby sister and power bombed her onto the bed. Well, he didn't know how small she was, because when he power bombed onto the bed, that joint was like a trampoline. She flew over the bed, she flew into the dresser, and landed on the floor. And listen, she's out cold, like out cold, right? So we're all like, "Oh shit," we're panicking. And my older sister goes, "That's why they say don't do it at home." That's why.
Yo.
My sister, he puts her on the bed and she's out cold, and he's like, wake up, tapping her. And I'm just like, he got to give her mouth to mouth or something. And we don't know what happened. And all of a sudden, she just like comes out of the coma and she's laughing her ass
He's out of
off.
the
Like,
coma.
and then everybody starts laughing and all this. And my dad turns around, he's mad as shit, and he said, "Hey, listen, don't none of you motherfuckers tell your mother."
One day my parents went out, and me and my cousin said, "Let's move this shit to the side and let's start doing some wrestling." So we jumping off the couch, we body slamming on the couch, we doing all types of shit. We flying elbows and whatever, right? So my cousin started getting cool. He started feeling himself. So he did some shit where he did. I ran at him. He grabbed me. He did like an Irish whip to the ropes. And said, "We ain't got no ropes, right?" So I went I went flying, and I was hit bang, right? And then like time slowed down. It turns like bullet time, like the Matrix. And I saw my cousin's eyes go big because my pop had this 40-gallon. He had this 40-gallon fish tank.
oh no.
And dog, I was like, "What?" And it felt like I said, it felt like time stopped. I just slowly turned around, and I saw that bitch wobble like this. It came back, and just when you thought it was safe, that joint fell out the bottom, bro. The bottom came out.
Oh.
So there was 40 gallons of water, gravel, and Oscar fish everywhere, bro.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Bro, that shit is still funny.
Classic
Both
stories
stories.
last week, man. But
Oh my God.
fuck that other thing we was talking about pre-show that we thought about discussing, because that'll just disrupt the flow. So I threw it up on the TikTok asking everybody, because as we called last week, the question of the week this week is, at what point did y'all think you could take on your parents? And I had to open it up to parents to see if any women wanted to tell their story too, if they had to square up with their mothers or their fathers, or if they wanted to. So I know we all got something. I'll reiterate mine. Like I said last week, for some reason we was wrestling and pushing on each other, wrestling, and then bear hugged, and I had my father, and we went like this, and I went straight through the arm of the couch with him. Ripped the arm of the couch almost clean off. Like it was hanging by the fabric. And then it was like, fuck. My mother eventually came home, like, what happened? Like, yo, we broke it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
We
man.
broke it. But it was that moment. And then once he started to say, yo, if I have to threaten y'all with anything, like, I got to pick up a bat. Like once he started to verbalize and say, I have to pick up a bat, if I ever had to threaten y'all. And we've never gotten into anything ever again. But as soon as he said I need a bat and the chair breaking thing, that's when I knew, oh, I could dust my old man off whenever I want to. Now I will say younger, when he, 50s, 60s, 40s, 40s, 50s, like my father's hand, like if he just got up and just threw a jab, quick jab, like his shit was quicker than mine, easily. I'm not gonna lie. But once it get inside, it was game over. As I discovered by just play wrestling with him and fucking bang, just throwing him, breaking the arm on the couch. But go ahead. I know we all
I'll start.
several stories. Read off, give up several stories, y'all. I know we got them when y'all realized that moment that if you had to scrap for one of your parents, you knew you could do it.
It was 2 stories. So it was in my late 20s, and I was helping my parents move, and I was into working out crazy. My pops was like, "Yo, I can't pick this up," and I picked that shit up with ease. And I was like, "You don't. How are you saying this? Like, this is light. Like, why can't you get it?" And he was like, we got into an argument later, and I looked at him. He said, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just go get my gun. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm gonna just go get the revolver and shoot you. That's it. You think I'm gonna roll around and get myself hurt fucking with you? No, I'm not doing none of that."
He realized that the TV story. He remembered the TV story.
That, and when I was a little bit younger, me and my cousins had lived with us, and every like Friday or Saturday night, I would come home blitzed, and they would jump me when I would come home, and I was drunk already. And I'm like, "Yo, I'm not playing around. I'm punching all of y'all like it's real life." And they were wrestling with me, and I didn't know my pops was standing behind me. I was like, "That's it. Why y'all scared now?" And I didn't know my pops was standing behind me with a 2x4, and he was ready to wipe everybody out with the 2x4. So I was just like, I kind of figured that the old man ain't built like he used to no more. He ain't trying to put hands on nobody. He's going to resort to other means.
Yo, Kurt, if you want to come on the show, come on the show. He said, "I was shown the strap at 14. My mom's was 135 soaking. No shenanigans with me for a while."
Yo, when they start talking like that, it's a wrap, bro. You just take it for what it is at that point. You're like, all right.
Yeah, you could chalk it up as a win. Like, all right, I know.
Oh yeah,
it's over.
Yeah. I knew at that point that I could take it.
Who gonna go next?
Yeah, it was.
Go ahead, Tyrone.
Go ahead, Tyrone.
You said parents, and I always was like never would challenge my mom. I never thought my sister would, because one time my sister was getting her ass whooped. She ran under we had this big heavy dining room table, and my sister crawled under there, right? And I saw my mom literally hawk up. She hawked up. She took one hand and flipped that table over. So fucking fast. Now usually it take the whole family got to move it. When we got to move it, the whole family picked up the piece and moved it. My mom flipped that shit with one fucking hand. So I was like, you know what?
Adrenaline.
She ain't getting fucked with on no level. I'm not.
That was the last, Tyrone. That was the last nerve. You heard?
Yep.
Yeah.
The fabled last nerve.
That be talking
That
about
was the last nerve, bro. You got to see the last nerve live.
I found out about my dad because my dad always used to come over, be at our house, and his brothers used to always come over, and they used to always talk about they used to play they was like the big three playing basketball games in the hoods, and they had this basketball court that they had set up in the street, like on a pole with a real net and stuff, and they was playing these 3-on-3 tournaments. And they was coming home every weekend talking about how they bust this group ass, these other three came, they bust their ass. And I'm sitting in my head, they talking these stories, and I'm like, okay, they Magic, they Kareem, you know what I mean? They out there, Thomas, they Larry Bird. I'm thinking like them as that. And then one day when I was older, me and my homie pulled up on them, and they was more like Charles Oakley, you know. No shirts on.
It's out there beating motherfuckers to death. That's what they was.
Xavier McDaniel.
No shirts on with the Incredible Hulk cut off shorts, and just like and no fouls. People was bleeding. It was bad. But I
Was
said,
that
fuck
no,
it.
no, but Jamal, what
No
was it?
blood, no foul.
Yeah,
No blood, no foul.
layup rule, no
I
layup
still
rule.
said, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna get down. So me and my crew, we go to get down. My dad think he's so tough. He like, all right, I got my son. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Talking that tough shit. But he was trying to timmy. I could tell he was trying to timmy me up. I could tell he was trying to post me. He was doing, you know, knocking me over, taking the heart out, doing all that shit. But I wasn't fazed by it at all. And that's when I went home, like, yeah, I ain't washing the dishes neither, motherfucker, because I wasn't.
Man, look.
Superman was gone. You know what I mean? It was gone. First of all, I thought you was Magic Johnson, and you more like Carl Oakley. You disappointed me there, and then you thought, and then you know, you didn't handle me on the court like you were supposed to handle me as my dad. So now, that's when I knew I was like, you know what, I probably could give him a little something with these knuckles too.
Yo, how are you playing how is your whole 3-on-3 team a team of enforcers? Like, who's scoring? Who's scoring on a team of enforcers?
Ain't nobody scoring. Them all us.
That wasn't their
If we
intent,
can't
man.
score, they damn
Ain't
sure
nobody
can't
scoring.
score.
That was not their intention.
No. They just trying to make the other
3-0.
team.
3-0.
They trying to make the other team quit,
I
bro.
think they wanted the game war and they hit it under the premise of a basketball game. They really just wanted to fight.
That's
Yeah.
they killed.
That's when a game to 11 lasts 3 hours because y'all just beating each other.
Ain't even that, bro.
You say
Like,
your
nah.
pop's
Charles
team was
Oakley,
your
Charles
pop's team
Oakley,
was
Victor Horn,
Your pop's team was
Anthony Mason.
Anthony Mason, Bill Lambier, and fucking
And
Dennis
Karl
Rodman.
Malone and shit.
Kevin Willis.
Kevin Willis.
Who was
Tyrone
Chris,
Outlaw.
who was Chris Childs on that team?
Exactly.
Like, nah, we ain't keep a score, nigga. It's 0-0 game. This is who quit.
I'm like, son,
quit?
excuse me?
It's the
That
first
don't
team
count.
that quit.
You call foul before the basket went in and shit.
We played who quit first. That's how we.
Foul, son.
we
What
play, bro.
foul? Yo, my eyeball is over there, son.
Like, who
Can I
gets the
rearrange?
score?
Can I fix my jaw before we take the ball out, please?
Dude, it was bad.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
why my eyeball on Broad Street, yo?
Like I said, my dad did that tough shit in front of, you know, he did that I got my son shit, and he didn't have me, bro, like he thought. He just didn't.
Oh, they never do. They never do. I've mentioned the term before. Rest in peace to Mr. Thomas. Because you talk about basketball, like he tried to play me one-on-one in front of my house. He tried to get me, and I hit a few shots. Then one time he tried to challenge me. I went up and I dunked on him. I sent him flying back like 5 feet. He said, "Yo, D." He's talking to my father. He said, "Yo, D, I ain't fucking with your son. I'll see you later. Peace." And walked home.
Yo,
He gonna leave out here with his manhood
It
intact.
was all love though. Like he
Word.
wasn't mad. His shit was just so funny that I embarrassed him the way he did. Who's next?
man, shit.
Come on. Oh, I know you got another good story in you, bro.
Man, I don't, man. You know, I'm gonna tell you, man. My pops, and I'm gonna tell you why I said what I said. My pops, he gave me 1 or 2 slaps, man, when I was a kid that just resonated on through life. I was like, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna fuck with this dude, man. And so now,
You down to your manhood, to your core.
right. and so you
Touch
know,
your inner man.
you know, every now and again, I'll test them. Like I'll be honest with you. The other day, okay, not even say the other day, a couple of years, about a year ago, we were in Jamaica, and I tried to question him on some shit that I know he knows. He's a walking encyclopedia, and so he was like, "Yeah, you know," I was trying to tell him that Nigeria is not a island or something that has a coast to Atlantic Ocean. And he was like, "What you trying to?" You know, he raised up. And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, you know, Mr. Poker, I'm sorry."
bro. Yo, he came at you like he's like you insulted his intelligence, bro.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, shit.
So it's safe to say. So it's safe to say that Big O has yet to even have that moment. Even at his father's older age, he still got you.
Nah, man. But you know, it's a respect thing, man. Like I would never try to test dude, man. Never.
And
You know what I'm
to be
saying?
real though, these stories really aren't like a we're trying to test you though. You know, it's just a matter of it's just like, all right, now's that key moment in the brain where it's like, I know I could get you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I'm a man too.
Yeah, but
Type
yeah,
shit.
your father clearly told you forever his son. And hit you with the proverbial "I'm sunning you until I'm gone."
Right now.
For me, it wasn't like that. And for me, it was like when Batman found the kryptonite, but him and Superman was on the same team. That's how it was for me. It was like, Dad, you Superman, you got all them powers and shit, but I got some kryptonite over here. If you really get froggy,
Word. You know, you're funky.
that's something I can use on you now. Don't think I can. You know, that's how it was for me. I just didn't want him to think that he still had that, you know, he was still Superman on my ass. That's all. I got some kryptonite over here just in case. I ain't trying to use it, but it's here.
Well, Fish Tank J.
Bro, so my pops used to box. So
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah,
Here we
so,
Ooh.
so that was that
was
just
a wrap.
wasn't in the cards. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, you know. And my pops,
Yo,
even growing up, my
yo,
pops
yo,
never had to hit us, man. He used to give us
Yo.
that Mr. Spock squeeze right here, and we used to collapse. So he got heavy ass hands, but he got to a point where he was like, I'm too old to be wrestling out here. And that was just a warning shot to let us know he about to start bucking shots on people. You try and catch it. So I was like, yeah. I was like, no, he
Jamal
peeped
said
up
the
for it, man.
classic line. My pops
Yeah.
used to box. All right,
Yeah.
that's it. You don't
That
have
was
to
it.
say no more.
Yeah.
Word. Say
I was
less.
like, no, it's going.
We understand. We understand
You
completely.
over there fucking screaming timeout. You like, yo, what's a timeout?
Yeah, man.
Chris said, better eat your vegetables, period.
Yes, sir. Yeah. There was never not a single moment when I challenged my pops, at least not in person.
Yeah.
in your mind, it was
Over the
dramatic.
phone, it was something else. You know, he gonna have to answer for some shit over the phone. But like in person, yeah. No.
Wow.
Well, I'm saying I don't think we've legitimately I don't think we've challenged our parents. I know I didn't challenge my pops, but
Yeah.
it was just it was that turning point. Like when y'all said, "Oh, your parents had to get the gas on y'all," like mine when my father said, "Oh, I know I'm gonna have to pick up a bat to fight y'all
Mhm.
off." That's what clicked in their head. That is like, "Oh, okay. If it ever had to go there, this is gonna be one sided.
Word.
This is gonna be one-sided. This is gonna be one-sided, you know.
This is a special
Unless
topic.
your name is Luke Cage.
Right.
This topic is real special to me because it's the reason why I have a vasectomy right now. It's in my head. No, I'm serious. I wanted sons and I never got to have one. I had all daughters, right? But my last daughter was born.
Same.
When my last daughter was born, I wanted a boy then. And she was born and I had a girl. And then after she was born, another year went by. I was contemplating having another kid, and then I went on and got that vasectomy. And the reason why I got it was because I was past the age now where I thought that a 16-year-old might not beat me the fuck up. And that's what was in my head. Like if I have
Your
a
man
son,
was thinking ahead.
if I have a son now and he turns 16 and I'm gonna be at a certain age, he's gonna try me, and I don't want to have to do what I have to do to him. So in my head, I was like, I cannot have a baby now and have it be a boy, because when he's 16, I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? And I don't want him to, I don't want to, you know, I don't want him to tell me to sit my old ass down, because that ain't gonna work up in here. So I just
Yeah.
said, fuck it, I'm just going to not have no more kids. And that's literally the reason why I got a vasectomy, because I didn't want my teenage son to ever try me. And I hear like once I reach a certain age, I can't have no boys.
Oh man, it's self-preservation, bro. I get
Yeah.
it.
See, the self-preservation aspect though is like why I feel you, Tyrone. Oh, I put you on mute because I heard all your ice getting. But I wanted a boy too. We thought our middle daughter was gonna be the boy, and she wasn't. But that's why she's named after me because I wanted my name to carry on. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't preemptive like you thinking, oh, I got to do this because I know I don't want my child to turn on me. Like I always wanted a boy because I think all men kind of always want at least one boy. He said, "What he said? Yo, put that back up." He said, "Plus old people fight like they wash it." He said, "Plus old people fight like they washing laundry by hand." But nah, man, I feel you on the whole board. I mean, even just the other day, man, like I seen a father walking with his son, and I was like walking with this. I actually seen a family walking with their sons with football equipment, and I was like, damn, I'm not gonna have that. Now, if my daughters wanted to play football, I could have that. So, because girls play football now, and that's okay, you know what I'm saying? But I'm appreciative of I mean, I love my daughters to death. I'm glad I have what I have, but I'm also appreciative that like my oldest daughter, he picked up what I used to do in shot put, discus, track, field events.
That's
All
dope.
my kids love to play Street Fighter. They're tapped into my heart for good because
I like
Street
Street
Fighter is
Fighter.
the heart. Street Fighter is my heart too. Like so, they all tapped in and play Street Fighter. That day I said, "Yo, I'm gonna go in the house and go whoop on them." Playing Street Fighter 6 real quick. My daughter Zoe beat me 3 straight, but she beat me 3 straight, and I have to clarify this on air because I said she beat me 3 straight because in Street Fighter 6, there's a mode called Advantage mode. And it's the advantage mode.
I
And if
know
you
about
put
that.
that bitch up to 5 stars, you could get beat in 3 to 4 hits. And if you have the advantage stars on your side, your health consistently regenerates the whole match.
Wow.
She
And
she
I
she
didn't
she should have freaked it and did it like 3.5 stars to make it
know
look to
it
sell it.
went, son, it went way above my head. I wasn't even paying attention that she selected it. And I'm sitting here like, hold up, nah, this is going too easy. How is she beating me in 5 hits? How is she beat? Oh, her energy, her health is regenerating. Oh, hold on. Then I was like, oh, you put freaking advantage on? And she was like, yep. And I was like, yep, nope. I was like, turn it off. Let's fight fair. And then I scraped her ass for 10 straight because that's
That
what a
sounds
good
like
parent's supposed to do.
that sounds like the Simpsons episode where Homer finally beat Bart in the game, and Bart just pulled the plug and was like, "Nope, I'm not playing no more," and walked off.
Took his ball and went home. But
Yep,
nah,
he's like, "Nah, this is not happening right now."
but I mean, I appreciate my daughters, like, they like what I like in some ways. They got their own style.
Dan, I posted that comment, that question in a group, and some dudes actually challenged their parents.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
yeah, because I don't have the Instagram up. You got some of them comments?
I gotta pull them up. Give me a
Well,
second
all
here.
right, so I'll get it while y'all talk. Go ahead, Tyrone.
Hold on. So my when you said you named your daughter after you and the middle daughter anyway, the doctors told us at the ultrasound that my middle daughter was a boy. That's what they
Oh,
told us. So I'm in my head like, okay, it's a boy. Boom, I picked the name out, everything, right? Needless to say, my middle daughter's name is Kobe, right? But here's what happened. So we found out it was a girl later on when she was born with a girl. Okay, bang. So my wife's like, oh, you're not naming my daughter Kobe. And she wanted to fight about it, right? But here's how I won that fight. I said, look, you always knew I was going to name my son after a lake. So now you got to listen here. Your choices are Magic, Irvin, Kareem, Shaquille, or Kobe. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm.
that's how my daughter's name became Kobe because I wasn't bending. And the other choices of the names, those was the other choices she had. So I won that one. But yeah, I had already had the name in my head, and I just once it was a girl, it's just like fuck it, I'm still going with Kobe.
Hey,
Mm.
That's dope.
who's-
Rather
that's
named her
dope.
Magic. I could have named her Magic, but that would have
Go
secured her
ahead, little
future.
magic. And I'm sure it was right around the time of Living Color too.
Yo, no magic.
Hmm.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
But that ain't it's nothing worse than that. I was literally, you know how you're supposed to be excited for the birth of your child, and when she came out and it was a girl, I was literally like, I don't know, I was heartbroken because that was my son. That's what they told me the whole time. And then we took it out, and I'm like, there's no dick.
Don't lie. Don't lie. You was like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Put it
Who are you
back.
sleeping with? It's not my
Put it
child.
back.
Oh man.
Nah, I feel you though, because and I said it to my wife. I was like, when we did all the sonograms and stuff like that, we found out, it was like I was upset. I was a little heartbroken myself, but it lasted like a day, and then it was like, you know what, we got another child, and then when she was here, it was the love is the same. Like there was no I don't
Yeah.
feel nothing opposite because as a parent you shouldn't. As a parent, you shouldn't
No.
feel no other kind of way. But let's get to some of these
Facts.
comments. I finally got them up, TJ. Let me pull these joints up. Here we go. Will Strickland said, never. Son was a bona fide tough guy who I had seen on several occasions fold the motherfucker's clothes while they're still wearing them. In the slightly
That's right.
amended words of that crew of immortal Negro poets from the land of Shaolin, he was not one who you should trifle.
Mm.
Tantino Roach said, 16 after I had my growth spurt. The homie Brian Wiley said, my pops died when I was 7. He had nothing on these hands after that.
What?
Oh damn.
That's messed up.
Kenyatta said 24, but my father was 40 years older than me. Then Paul McFarland, which if y'all know the homie Paul
You. Hello?
Look, look.
my bad. I just wiggled a little bit and I lost my mic. So shout outs to the homie Paul of Ring Dragon. He, like I said, he's a fighter and he trains. He said, let me go back to the thing. He said maybe 16 to 17. To be fair to him though, I've been training, playing sports, etc. since I was 9 years old, and he paid for all of that. Boots said he's 79 to my 49, and I still think he can take me. Oh shit. He said Curtis said, I don't know, but I had that bionic elbow my mama's boyfriend one time. I had to bionic elbow my mama's boyfriend one time when I was 21. Chris Walker said, "Dad?" ? Which is oh shit.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no. All right, to finish off Kenyatta's, he said 24, but my father was 40 years older than me, and I'd still keep my distance. That grown man strength doesn't always reveal itself into the eyes.
Big facts. Big facts.
And as you declared already, you said I'm not at that age yet. TB Dakamu, my bad. I never thought of that. I made my father mad one time and he told me a story about the last fight he was in and he broke dude's arm. I didn't want to know how. I just respected the story and moved accordingly.
Hilarious.
Marquis said I was 14. I was taller and way stronger than him at that point, and these hands were already knocking clowns out. And then Leaf's story kind of cuts off because this is the last image. He said, man, he extra pissed me the fuck off one day. I was talking shit to him while he was driving. We pulled in the driveway, and TJ, you'll have to find the rest of that story. But
He said he pulled into the driveway and his pops backed out the driveway and left. That's what happened. He said he was throwing his hands up like your man in Boys in the Hood.
like when Ice Cube was showing under the shirt, what was under the shirt?
Yeah. Problem? Anybody got a problem?
Or Marlon Wayans and Don't Be a Menace. Do we have a problem? All funny shit. I get it. Some of y'all again, respect is too much, and y'all never realized it because your parents still strikes fear in your heart. Others is different. Hey, it's respectable because, like you said,
Oh,
yo,
word. I
it's
take
a
that.
matter of respect. You know, it was a level of respect there. But even
Big
still,
facts.
I mean, even with that level of respect, I have the same level of respect too. I wouldn't go there, but the thought comes to mind because it's never had to go there with my grand. But the thought came to mind a couple of times where it's just like if it had to go there,
Yes,
They
I
all
I got him.
that level of respect shit is a lie too, because it's not like we sitting here saying that we was gonna fight our dad. The level of respect is
right.
not even talking about. What I'm talking about is when I had an image of my father. Like I said, my dad was Superman. You know what I mean? He was never gonna be defeated. So when we played that basketball game, and I felt like, hey, my dad's not as strong as like where he think he's at. It wasn't a thing where I said, oh, I can beat him the fuck up or I ever would attack him. It was the thing it just gave me that he's not invulnerable feeling inside. Like my dad's not. It's kind of like it's almost like disappointing. It almost disappointed me a little bit. Like, damn, my dad ain't this. He ain't that. He ain't Magic Johnson. You know what I mean?
No,
He's
you
not.
ain't. No, because that's when they realized the pops was a goon on the court. That's why.
You know what I mean?
That's when you realize the pops was a goon.
Yeah.
It was never a thought like now I'll be able to fight him. You know what I'm saying? It was never that. It was just
Nah, he was more like hired help. That's what it was like.
Yo. Pops was Rick Mahorn, Dennis Rodman, a dash of Bill Lambier, and Xavier McDaniel rolled up in one.
man.
Man,
with a
dog.
little bit, with a little bit,
Every basketball game was a fight night at the Palace and shit.
with a,
Hey, TJ, look, calm down.
Malice at the Palace.
TJ,
a
I'm
little
right
bit of
now,
Ron
calm down,
Artest.
because this is a fact too. When the light skin crew came up and saw my dad and them, they ain't even play, bro. The light skin, when the light skin they saw my dad and them, they left. So you be quiet.
Hey, listen. I always tell you I'm not the president of the Light Skin Coalition. That's Ron O'Neal. All right, I'm just a representative, and that's
You just
and
a
I
delegate.
yeah, I'm just a delegate, man. Don't involve me with all the shenanigans of light skinned folks, bro, because they be wilding sometimes,
He's
getting out of pocket.
he's the representative of the Westchester chapter.
That's it. That's it.
Listen, I can
That's
take
it.
your grievances back to the delegation and we can talk about it.
Hey, man, they said there's a problem over here. I don't know how deep you want to get involved with this, but we can take it there if we have to, but it's not going to be a good look. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, man.
Oh God.
Christopher Williams ain't got shit on these Negroes. I'm dreaming.
Yeah, he be dreaming for real.
Night, nigga. Like, what was that? Yeah, because like as we're thinking about this, we can't. It's kind of hard to not keep going back to this basketball game, Tyrone. Like, I'm picturing the light skinners being like, who was the cat that turned around? I'm picturing the cat who turned around and saw it was Ron Artest who fouled him and handed him the ball like, yo, I'm sorry.
Tyler
Hansbrough.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, there you go.
He was a fake goon too. He was gooning everybody for a minute.
Well, I'm a huge Tar Heel fan. So for him to do that in the game, I was so disappointed. I was like, oh, what are you doing, bro? Like, at least make believe like you want to fight this dude. The ref's gonna bring it up, man.
He didn't want to get that chin check. You know what I'm saying? He didn't
want no part of smoke, yo.
Listen, because Ron Artest is going to connect before the referee gets there.
Yeah.
But
you don't want to get embarrassed.
But you know what?
There it is.
You know what though? Ron Artest, yes.
He said, "Yo, my bad." Yo, my bad.
He didn't want none of that smoke.
I'm gonna tell you. Leading up to this point, right?
Yo, he saw the heart of Queensbridge right there.
In college, Tyler Hansbrough was Mr. Tar Heel. Like he
Mhm.
was, you know what I'm saying? He
He
was that
was.
guy in North Carolina. And when he got to NBA, he was more he had to regress to more be that tough guy, which kind of disappointed me a little, but whatever, you know. But
His skill didn't
at least
match
it
up
made
on the
believe.
pro level.
Right, it didn't. You know, but at least make believe like you wanted to fight this dude. Like you knew the refs was gonna break it up. And this was after Malice in the Palace. So Ron Artest was not gonna be about that smoke because he knew that that was it for him.
But
If he was get into a fight again or whatever.
yeah,
I
but
don't know
he
if
hit him
Ron
with that
Artest is
40
ever
project
not
stare.
about that smoke, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Ron Artest ain't wide like that, man.
I was gonna say he hit him with that 40 projects death stare, and it was a wrap.
Yo, but we talk about respect though, right? He ran up on Kobe and he said, "You know who I am? You know who you're dealing with." Like he gave Kobe a warning, like, "Don't do it." Like he didn't run up on Kobe to get attacked. And when he ran up on Kobe, they said, "What you say to Kobe?" He said, "I just told him, you remember me? You know who I am?" He gave him a little
No,
warning.
Kobe, no,
Respect for him,
no, Kobe laughed at him. Kobe looked at him and was like, "Really, nigga?" and laughed at him.
Well, yeah, but you know what though? But
And,
like, I
But you
mean,
know what?
that moment with Kobe, like, Kobe, I think that was just a level of respect for Kobe and his game. Like, not saying Kobe's no bitch, even though again, Chris Childs let us know what it was at the
Yeah.
two
time.
pieces of
2 pieces
biscuit.
of biscuit. Kobe, you know what I'm saying. But of course, Kobe never backed down from nobody, and that's just a level of respect. Like, nah, you know what? Because Ron knows better that if he did something to Kobe, one of the faces of the league at the time, he probably would have got like a 2-year suspension just for hurting the product.
Real
Somebody
talk.
needs to open up a chicken spot and have a Chris Childs as a menu option, and it's just 2 pieces with a biscuit. That's it. No
Hilarious.
fries, no drink, none of that shit. That's all you get. You're like, yeah, let me get the
Dry,
Chris Childs.
dry.
Yo,
You get
yo,
the big
TJ,
piece of chicken.
that is not out of the realm of possibilities. Charles
That's
Oakley
Let's
had a
fantastic
do it.
spot.
marketing idea.
Charles Oakley had a spot on Atlantic going back into Queens, that car wash spot for years.
Yep.
Yes,
So,
Yonkers too. He
yep.
had one.
So it can happen.
Curtis said Ron Artest gets dressed in the locker room to Rapinoid lyrics. He gives zero fucks.
Oh my god,
Tyrone, you put your
that's
head down because we started talking about Kobe. Don't
Yeah,
think we
don't do that.
talking bad. Don't think we talking bad about Kobe like that.
Don't do that.
Oh man, this was funny.
Yo, I was
This-
secretly praying to him, like, yo, they don't mean it, my brother. You know?
I mean, hey, rest in peace to Black Mamba, of course, man. We all have love for him, whether we like the Lakers or not. But we ain't disrespecting what's facts. I could go to the YouTube and pull all this shit up. we can pull all this shit up. Oh man.
too
Oh
funny.
shit.
Yeah,
Too
man.
funny. Oh,
It's great.
this
But
was
that
a
fucking
this was
see now, just cause I have to, I gotta do it.
Oh man.
Just cause.
And yeah,
Bang, bang.
I'm sorry. It's the dynamic of the Knicks and the Lakers. It's the Knicks and the Lakers on this show now. But rest
Anyway,
in peace to Kobe for
Mr.
sure.
Biscuit.
I don't know about y'all, but if I get a point blank 2-piece on somebody, he's going down. He's not swinging back. So I don't even care about that. Point blank 2-piece on somebody, and that man swing back at you.
And a biscuit.
Y'all giving that
Tyrone,
man.
don't forget the biscuit.
I'm just saying, you're giving a little too much credit.
speaking of the Lakers.
Popeye's
Tyrone,
biscuit.
Yes.
how do you feel about them signing AD for another 3 years?
Um, I feel like AD gonna be in his street clothes more than he gonna be in his uniform, and and they gonna pay for that. I don't.
That's a
How do
waste
you
of money, man.
how do you trust that dude? You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. Somebody put up a meme the other day that he played more games from 2019 till now, more games than
Yeah, I
KD,
saw that.
Paul
Yeah.
George, Kawhi Leonard. I'm like, you played my 5 more games than Paul George. That's not a
Yeah.
flex.
I'm just
That's
saying
not
that
a
whole
flex,
list.
bro.
I saw that whole list. That ain't nothing to be proud of. You know
No.
what
Yeah.
I mean?
Paul George had the pound
Yeah.
too.
It's not like
That
you in select company in that list, man.
Dude, it's
that
not
sounds
even
No.
that sounds like
dude. It's
an
not even about him
ESPN
just
stat.
being completely out. It's about him being soft on the court. Every time he hits the floor, everybody's holding their breath because he's always holding something. You know, every time he falls down, he's like, ow, ow. You know, oh shit. You know what I
They
mean?
call me Mr. Glass because
Yeah,
I'm break the glass.
Mr. Glass.
and he hasn't really delivered nothing like that bubble championship, man. I don't even. That's not even a real delivery to me.
It
So
still
No, that's a
counts.
chip. Cause let me
It
tell you
still
something right now. If
counts.
the
Counts.
Knicks would have won that
Yeah.
bubble shit, y'all still be hitting my mouth.
Oh, hell
boy,
yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
And
chip
on the
is a
Yeah.
flip
chip,
Hell
side
yeah.
of
yo.
that, if the Knicks won that chip in the bubble, that's all you would have heard. Oh, that's a bubble chip. Like
Exactly.
I don't care.
nobody talks about that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
With
but
the
they
Lakers
do
winning that.
they do that just to down LeBron. So we
Of
do hear
course.
it. Oh, it's just a
Right.
bubble because they use it as ammo against LeBron. It's
it
still a chip.
is.
Correct.
I would take that bubble chip because it's one more bubble chip than the Sixers got. So it's all good.
Word.
Second round
Yo, and
king.
you hear Harden and Maury's relationship is completely deteriorating.
Yeah, it's done.
It's
It's
They're
because
done.
done.
Harden. They still trying to move him to the Clippers, from what I heard. Or some shit like that.
He wants to go to Clippers,
No.
man, but the Clippers don't have the parts.
They have the parts.
They
Speaking
don't have
of
the
Ain't nobody gonna be in
pieces.
the court.
Yeah.
It'd be
No,
Paul George,
you
Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. That's it.
know what I feel like? I feel like James Harden, when he signed that deal to take that less money to stay there, and he said, "All right, I'm gonna renegotiate my contract. I'm gonna take less money." I think he thought that he took that he didn't. I don't think he thought he was actually taking less money. I think he thought he was gonna like that was a loan or something. Like I'm gonna need that money back later on. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's how he
Man,
felt. Like, I took less
money.
money to stay
Well,
on the team, but now I want to leave
technically,
the team back and get more money.
tech,
And you know what I mean? Like that's how I think he felt. He
technically, it
taking
was a
more.
wink deal. It was a handshake deal. Take less money now, and we'll pay you more when your contract's up next year. And then he flamed out in the playoffs, and that changed the whole trajectory of everything after that. If he performed better in the playoffs, I don't think we'd be even discussing this at this point right
no, I
now. Or
got
at
you.
least if they went to the conference finals, we wouldn't be discussing this at this point. I think he'd been happily comfortable staying in Philly to try to get to the next level. But the way they fizzled out in the second round, I mean, again, just goes to show that it wasn't what he thought it was going to be, and they didn't have all the pieces that they thought they had.
So they had all the pieces
And,
they thought they had. He got to humble himself, man. Harden got to humble himself, dude. The Sixers not winning the championship is on him, and he got to humble himself. He got to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, they didn't go where I wanted them to go, but it's my fucking fault.
he'll
Well,
never
it's
say
his
Yeah.
that.
fault.
But
Well,
Yo,
it's
Tyrone.
always
you know who
Yo,
else
yo,
is
Tyrone.
right?
Tyrone. I thought Kyrie did that on them
yeah.
fucking one on ones in practice. I thought Kyrie humbled his ass and them damn on the damn one on ones and
Oh,
shit.
and when he was when there with the Nets,
Yeah, which was for the Nets.
I said
That
he
and
got to
that
humble
was that
himself.
was that was the reason why allegedly that was the reason why Harden wanted out of Brooklyn because that was the start of it.
And we keep bringing up teams that Doc Rivers was involved with, and
mm.
it's crazy. It's crazy how now the new NBA
Fucking is.
broadcast team for ESPN, after they just fired Mark Jackson, is now Doc Rivers, Mike Breen, and Doris Burke. The only one that I give any props to is Doris Burke
I
because
like Doris Burke.
I love Doris Burke. She knows the game better than some of these dudes out here. But do
Absolutely.
we
Yes.
really want to hear Doc Rivers on the
No.
sidelines talking all
Yeah,
gospel basketball?
I want to hear a coach that never won tell other teams how they supposed to win. I like that. I think that
We
works
had
out.
that with Jeff Van Gundy. Jeff Van Gundy kept it 100 every time he spoke. He
I'm gonna
didn't
tell
pull no
you,
punches when he spoke. Jeff Van Gundy
I
would let you know how it is.
I liked Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. And once Van Gundy left, it was like, yo, why are we keeping Mark Jackson? And I hate to have that feeling, but yeah, man. I
It's
mean, I
it's because
mean,
it's because the chemistry between them was very good. They had very good
correct,
rapport.
correct.
They had very good rapport. And Mike Breen was a straight man with their
TJ,
shenanigans
TJ,
half the time.
TJ. I'm gonna tell you how good they were. Shit games, right? Shit games would be blowouts. It would be like Sacramento versus, I don't know. I don't want to say Memphis. Another shit team. Say Indiana. These these games were the reasons why we sat and listened to Mike Jackson and Van Gundy, because you still enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? The banter back and forth.
The
You know,
stories they would tell and stuff like that,
right? The
yes.
stories they would
About
tell.
when they
Yeah,
were playing and the experiences they had. Yeah, you would listen to that. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Doc
mean,
Rivers is going to
Doris
be in
Burke.
the second round. Doc Rivers going to announce the
Right.
second round. Yeah, I remember when I was on Philly or the Clippers and we had them and we lost. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You mean his contract?
Why
His
not? Doc Rivers
contract is
got
on. His contract is only he works up to the second round. Anything past the second round, he's not calling them games no more.
no, he took my John. That's what I was
Unless
about to say. Doc Rivers on the contract until the second round.
Disrespectful.
Unless Boston makes it to the conference finals, then he'll keep going.
Disrespectful, boy. But it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, I like I
Doc
like Doris Burke. I like Hubie Brown. Who's the other dude,
Hubie Brown
man? The other dude,
Hubie Brown
other dude.
is good.
Yeah, I like Hubie Brown because he X's and O's. He knows his shit.
You know what's good?
The
Iron
black,
Eagle is good. Iron Eagle is good.
right? But yeah, but he's not ESPN though. The
No,
black
he's not.
dude, man. Black dude always try to. He's trying to be the next Stuart Scott.
Yo, pretty soon we're gonna
Um,
have Malik on them broadcasts, y'all. Mark my word.
Who?
Malik is gonna be on them broadcasts. You watch.
I
Nah,
hope not.
Oh,
nah,
Christ have
nah,
mercy.
nah. She's
Yeah.
studio.
I hope
She's
not,
all
man.
studio, bro.
Ugh, ugh.
She's not gonna be on the floor, man.
Okay.
Nah,
All right. I said it here.
no.
Mark
I,
Davis. Mark Davis. I like Mark Davis, man. Even though he's
Mark
trying to be the
Davis is
next
good.
he's trying to be the next Arby Melber, but I like Mark Davis, man.
Mark Davis with
Yeah.
Doris was really good. They were a good
Yeah, they were good. They were
combination.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, let
yeah,
let
and
Malik let Malika be up there. Should be talking about freaking LeBron James just scored another triple double this year. LeBron James's house also had the word nigger rolled all over it. We think he was the one who did it. The news at 11.
Not according to
Yeah.
Jason Whitlock. It never happened.
Oh,
oh,
right.
please don't bring up that name. Oh my God,
Shit
he's the
lock.
worst.
Pig
Did
bladder.
you see? Little Wayne is gonna be on the joint with Skip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Undisputed.
they trying to just see what sticks, bro. I mean,
They're reaching
and
now, man. They are reaching
ESPN's
now.
reaching too. I don't know what ESPN's doing. ESPN, I think they feel like they're trying to make Malika Andrews their own Skip Bayless. You know what I
Who
mean?
they put on undisputed now?
Lil Wayne.
Little
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne.
Him and Skip, but him and Skip have a rapport. Like they've been cool. They've been cool.
Does
And
Wayne
Wayne,
know more than basketball?
he knows his Green Bay
It's that part.
Packers.
Good on him.
I mean,
Oh well.
Wayne. I'm not gonna go to Wayne for my sports advice or takes. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
In the terms of world of sports, that's
I thought that show was shit even when Shannon was there. So I'm not gonna miss nothing.
Do
I didn't
Wayne
I
and
didn't
Dwayne even have the capabilities to like really talk that long? Like every time I see Lil Wayne in the interview, it's just like you got about 3 minutes before he start going.
He said
That's why
before
Skip was
we
like,
might
he's perfect.
before the
Yo,
fans
they gonna
start
be editing like a
screaming.
motherfucker. Yo, FS1 gonna be doing a whole lot of editing, bro. A whole lot.
And commercials.
But you know what? Sidebar to that though, like you know what it bugs me out that it's like I thought cable television was supposed to be there to kind of skirt most of that stuff at one point in time, where you were able to talk like an adult and hearing that, but that shit went away like real quick, like real fast.
well,
Like
I wouldn't be surprised to see Cam and Mace on ESPN soon with their show.
yeah, they're
I
fucking
hope
with
ESPN?
it.
so.
Nah, I've seen him on
They probably
Fox
be on
before
MTV.
ESPN.
They probably try to play him and put him on MTV or VH1 or something. I mean, they gonna
Yo,
try to play him.
you got to remember, ESPN is Disney.
Yeah,
You think that Cam and Mace can be on the Disney show?
You right.
Yo,
ESPN ain't gonna nigger it up too much. That's why Jamel
Right,
Hill and
not
Mike.
that much.
That's why Jamel Hill and Michael Smith are gone.
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Exactly.
I said Jamel and Michael Smith's show was literally gone because they was too niggerish. You know what I mean? It was like,
And Maria Taylor.
you know,
Well, Maria was a contract thing. Maria
Yeah,
was a
but
contract deal.
you're right.
She
Michelle
wasn't.
and Michael work really good. I mean, not Michelle.
Jamel.
Jamel and
Jamel
Michael.
Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jamel and Michael. They were definitely a solid duo, and they should still be on air right now.
But they were too hip hop for what was going on. I mean,
Right.
they fit the moment at the time because political image and the image reasons and stuff. But yeah, it was a little too. It felt hip hop, like it felt cultural.
The
The
white
show,
audience couldn't relate to what they were saying.
which is silly because they could. But there's certain topics that might not have been, or certain approaches that they took, which they didn't even really go into too many hard topics like that, other than, that was at the beginnings of the Black Lives Matter movement, and just the heightened awareness of being woke was when they were around, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
rest in peace to that show. But rest in peace to this show. This was fun. Fucking, I don't think I can laugh any much more harder today, Jamal, because you done. As soon as you called out, the feds got. Oh, it's a wrap. I can't even laugh no more. I can't even fucking laugh no more. My face is
that was
finally
a moment.
dry. Yo, that's going up
That
on
was a
TikTok.
moment.
As soon as we done, I'm clipping that up and putting it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I wasn't even here for it, man. I wasn't even here for it. God damn it.
Because you,
which was even funny. That was the whole joke.
But you created it though, bro. You created it.
Hey, man, I'll take it, man.
I'm gonna tag you on the. I'm gonna
I'll
tag
take
you
it.
on the TikTok post. You'll see. You'll see it. You'll
Oh
see
my
it.
I'll take it,
God.
man. I'll take it, bro. I'll take
But
it.
Tyrone, kick it off. You know what to do.
I can't. I just love this. We came in here without even. What you saying? Why you laughing?
Nah,
What happened?
because every week it's every say Tyrone, you know what to do. You're like, okay.
Cause
Like,
don't
I
know.
And
know.
then it kicks in.
Yeah, I'm still kind of slow with this. I can't get it together. Y'all gonna have to fire me because I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, no, but this is crazy because, like I said, it's like how people just mesh. Like we didn't really have a topic, and we just started talking, and then the show just went on where it got to, and now we here at the end, and it's like that's the vibe, man. That's the whole thing. Like grown men can have grown men conversations and talk and fucking and do a whole show about bullshit. And that's what you know what I mean? It brings back to my show because I can start off with a topic, but by the end I'll be on something else. You know what I mean? And it's so cool and refreshing that I actually got people that are on here that we can go off topic, we can come back to it, we can talk, we can be knowledgeable, and like it's not structured. You know what I mean? because I'll be watching some other podcasts and they be structured. And it's cool for us that we can be unstructured and go off the topic and say whatever we want and have an old situation occur right in the middle of the episode and not miss a beat, man. So this was real fun. This was cool, and I'm gonna give it to Jamal.
It's Big
Yo.
O's go. It's Big O's go. But that's just also too, Tyrone. It's knowing how to segue properly. A lot of shows don't know how to segue properly. They hard stop and then go. Hard stop and then go. It's knowing how to segue. It's knowing how to find certain words. Like, for instance, and not to cut you off, when we kept talking about Doc Rivers, I tried to jump in earlier when we was talking Doc Rivers and you mentioned the Clippers, but then y'all started talking Sixers and it clicked. Oh shit, that's right. Doc Rivers just got fired for being the Sixers coach. It was just clicking. It's just knowing how to segue. Oh,
Yes, sir, man. Big big shout out to Doc Rivers, man. Yo, I'm glad that he's gonna be back on the telestrator or whatever. I hope that he finds his voice, because I can't do the gravel voice. If it's the regular voice of Doc Rivers, then I'm with it. But that Boston Celtics screaming at Paul Pierce voice, no, we can't do that, man. We can't do it. You know what I mean? But big shout out to the show, man, to the listeners. Great show. I'm sorry I jumped in halfway, man. We enjoyed ourselves, man. We had a good time.
It was better when you jumped out halfway.
I'm
we heard the
sorry. I
ruckus.
had to get ice, man. I had to get ice.
Heard all the ruckus and the noise going in the background.
I had to get ice, yo.
I said I'm doing the podcast.
Dan called. I'm like, God damn, how does he know?
Because I
Who's
know
manhandling you like that? Who's manhandling right now?
That was before that. The first part we talk about is before the ice, because I already know when the camera goes off, you're usually getting up to go get ice. When we hear water, you've declared already it's not the bathroom. So, but the first part was you like, yo, we got probably like another 45 minutes. I'm doing the podcast, and then you heard nothing. Then you saw black heard nothing.
Oh my God.
That was my mom. I apologize, man. Yo, my mom's she was like, because all right. So true. I'm throwing it all out there. I'm putting food on the grill after this, man. So that's what it was. She was like, "Yo, what's going on with dinner?" So that's what it is, man. But that's what it was, man. Full disclosure.
Like Mr. T said, go treat your mother right.
Big facts, man. But yo, big shout out to y'all, man. Yo, I love y'all. Shout out to my listeners, man. Shout out to our listeners. Can't wait till next Sunday, man. Jamal, on to you.
Yo. Great show, y'all. This was a good Sunday, man. Y'all had me dying. Peace to everybody. Lisbeth, Big O, TJ, and the mayor. Great show. Thanks for everybody listening. And them comments, keep them coming. I mean, I love when we just get to riff off the top like this. Some funny shit always happens. And thank you for providing the comedy as always.
You're welcome, bro.
Bro, that's a brotherly love right there, bro.
Bro.
But no, yeah, y'all. Looking forward to next week. And speaking of ass whoopings, my pops just arrived, so I got to dip out.
Peace.
Later, y'all.
Later. Yo, I did not come in here today expecting to laugh this hard, but this was truly, this is the best episode of the year shit right here. That's what was hysterical. When you play it back, you're just gonna hear me laughing in the background because nobody can keep it together. I appreciate you, JG, with the comment. Just set that shit off to a whole another level right there. I love you guys. This was dope. Oh man. Shout out to people in the comments. You guys is why I'm here on Sundays, man. This This is epic classic shit right here. I love y'all for this. This is dope. Next
Facts.
week we'll have some more topics, and if it spins out of control, so be it.
Piece of Ishtar, piece of Disabled Planets. Jamal forgot. I can't laugh no more today. My body fucking hurts from laughing so goddamn hard at the Fed raid, and I had to reassure everybody, like, I promise you, none of us on this show swatted you for the moment. We did not swat you. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm legitimately done laughing for the day because my body fucking hurts. I literally it wasn't like it's hot right now, the sun's beaming on my face, but it was a mix of sweat and real tears from fucking laughing so hard.
Fact.
It was great. It was definitely best moment of the year on this show. Definitely best moment if we even do a top 5 of that at the year-end wrap-up, year-end review. But holy shit, yo, this shit. Oh, thanks. And that's it.
Welcome.
Make sure y'all hit hooksrub.com. Get your 20% off for your orders using the code START5. The homie Jared has been displaying his sauces that are coming soon. Get to that website and definitely spice up your life, especially if you you lack seasoning in your food. This is the perfect joint for you. And with that being said, come to the TikTok. You see the name right there. You're gonna see the clip in a minute. Peace.
Peace.